Hey you guys, so today we are looking at this, which is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles X Universal Monsters Donatello as the Invisible Man ultimate action figure. It's an ultimate action figure. On the side here we have artwork for all 4 of the previous figures, which is the order they came out in so far. There is also Van Helsing Splinter, which isn't on the box, but anyway. All of these have been reviewed on the channel, so if you want to see them, I'll put some links in and things like that towards the end maybe. But yes, if you're new here, they have been reviewed on the channel. There's the artwork on the back, we'll come back to that. There we have Donatello as the Invisible Man, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles X, yes, all the same stuff on there, NECA reels, Legal Easy stuff on the bottom. I did think the box was ripped, then I realised that it's supposed to look like that. Includes gloved hand, invisible hands, invisible feet, extra head, goggles, hat, bow staff, microscope, TGRI journal, beaker and stirring rod. Ooh, right. There's a little bit of a scuff on the front of the box there, but other than that, usual nice artwork on the front. Oh, the back. Voiceover guy. You'll never see him coming. Donatello as the Invisible Man. Watch behind you. Madman or genius, you decide. Catch him if you can. Once the bandages are peeled, the mystery will be revealed. Look out, his secret's under wraps. Wow, well done. Yeah. Go off and have a jelly baby. Right, so let's get this bad boy out of the box. What have I done with the stabby thing? We can't find the stabby thing. I did see it. Oh, there it is. We'll use the broken stabby thing. There we go. Oops, missed. It's this side. I'm going to leave that in. There's an outtake that's going to be an intake. That makes sense? And I found the scissors now. They were there. Oh, I forgot to do the big reveal for the front. So there we have the nice artwork on this side of him stood with his bow staff. I kind of like that. That's a nice piece of artwork. The background is very reminiscent of the original movie and the artwork in that, and the poster. There is a man himself, the book, microscope. Did it say microscope? Journal, beaker and stirring rod. Yeah, it did say microscope. Okay. Microscope. All the weapons and things at the back there. Extra heads and stuff. Yes. So, guys, let's just get them out of the box, okay? Okay. That is kind of jammed in there really well. I don't want to rip the box because it's a nice box. There we go. Yeah. I'm excited for this one. Because Invisible Man is one of my favourite characters. I will be honest, I was a little disappointed with the Universal Monsters one that they did recently. There is a review of it on here. I'll put a link in somewhere for that as well. I've got to put all these links in. Right, so we have in the tray. We'll peel that off of that. We have the extra heads and hands and things like that. We also have invisible feet. And we have this bit here, which is obviously... what? You mean there's nothing there? But I thought that this was invisible. Well, I did it out. Yes, so we have hands, feet, and more hands in there. Right, let's see. How's he tied in? Yep, he's tied in loads of places, so we will snip one of his neck. I do tear up because it makes you guys nervous when you see me stabbing things with scissors. Yes, I should enter the Eurovision Song Contest with that song. I'll probably win. Wow, that is tricky to get anything in there. To cut that bit. Yes, there may be a slight... Got it. It's kind of weird. Some people like me to show all of the cutting and the irritating noises, and other people want me just to get on with it. What do you mean you want me to get on with it? Thanks. I'm the best. hat, extra head. So we can tilt the camera down a bit now. About there. There we go. Extra head. Book. Microscope, which will be an interesting thing for them to make with it, because I'm not sure what I'm going to do with a microscope, but I'm always going to know which figure it goes with. And one bow staff. Right, that's everything out there. Brilliant. Oops. Pop that down there. So yes, there is the bow staff. As you can see, we'll quickly... Nice artwork. I would say staining, whatever you want to call it, on the wrap around it. Is there a fancy name for what you call the bit you wrap around a bow staff? Yeah, that's an interesting thought. Does it have a posh name? Yes. Right, anyway, we have the book, which does not open. It's not a real book. The microscope, which is actually a very detailed piece of kit. Nothing's movable on it. And it's not a real, obviously not a real microscope, but still, it's one of those things you look at and you go, intriguing. I feel like they should have a table with him. It said goggles. The goggles are obviously already on the figure, which I guess, yep, they're removable. There is little black, and you can see that in there. There is little black eye holes under there. Let's have a close up. We shall put the goggles back down. They fit on really nicely there, like that. There's like a wrap round ensemble there. Collar is up pretty high on the back there. Strap, belt. The coat is pretty solid. I like this, though it is quite firm. Yeah. It is a firm outfit. I kind of wish they'd have done the... Alright, he's got bandages around... It's kind of cool. He's got bandages around his feet, but as you can see... Oops, the box cracked. It's transparent, which is kind of cool. They're giving him transparent fit. Let's see if he stands. Yeah. Right. The elbow joints are pretty good. Oh, on the back we also have an invisible shell which contains his pizza. That is not... Well, yeah, it probably is. Probably if you took this off, if you really... No, he's glued on there, though. There is kind of a hollow... It is hollow back there. It feels kind of rubbery, to be honest. Yeah. I like it. I think it's got some really nice detail in there. Black gloves. Elbow pads, which hides the elbow joints. The elbows. So let's do the articulation bit. So head-wise, not really a lot of play in the head forward or backwards, because pretty much the collar's going to get in the way there. So that causes that slight problem. Shoulder up to there, goes all around. Elbow, not a lot of manoeuvrability, but these pads obviously, as you can see there is, the pads are going to get in the way. There is a little, I thought there might have been a little bit of swivel in the waist there, but there isn't, obviously, because at the back, but it's not actually, it's glued onto the top but not the bottom. There's not a lot of manoeuvrability in there. And there's not going to be a lot of manoeuvrability, well, quite a lot forward, but not a lot back and sideways, obviously, because the coat's going to get in the way. The knee joints are pretty good, but obviously you're not really going to move them back much because the coat's getting in the way, but we'll give him some, you know, stance possibilities. Yeah, right. Let's just pop that over there because then it doesn't interfere with this. This is the other head, and you can see it is, I think it is hollow. Yes, it is completely hollow. She's kind of clever. So let's see if we've got you can see it is hollow inside, so it's completely hollow head. I'm going to try and turn my torch off. There we go. Yeah. And yeah, that's kind of a cool idea. I like that, because the other version doesn't have a hollow head. The hat's not going to fit on there because there is the hair coming through the head. Then there is the beaker with the what's the stick? That stick is well glued in there, so that's not going to come out. But still, nice idea. And then there is the hat, which is a big floppy hat, which will fit onto that version quite nicely. So this is pretty much what he looks like at the beginning of the film. I'm not doing spoilers. When he walks into town, this is the kind of look that the Invisible Man has. I like it. I think it is quite a cool look. We'll just have a look and see what the hands look like out of the tray. Let's quickly find an end that we can actually cut open. They put a lot of sellotape on this. Is it a tray within a tray, or is it a tray? Ah, right, there we go. It's a tray on top. Right, it's one of those trays. I wasn't sure if it was a tray underneath the tray. Right, pop that there. So we have, do that. That's we're doing it. We have the transparent feet. It's going to be a bit hard to show you, but there we go. Transparent feet. You can see. But they have put, you can kind of see the pin in there. I'm not sure if there's a pin in there, or whether that's, yes there is, because you can see the grey bit there. Hang on. We just move him, because it's focusing on him. You can see there is a solid bit in there, because transparent plastic does have a habit of being a little brittle, quite a lot brittle. We have one, I'm going to say pointy finger. We have a holdy hand, obviously for holding the beaker, or maybe holding, no, too big for that. That is probably the bow staff. Yep, that's the bow staff hand. So there's two of those holding that. Then there is that hand, which is kind of like a, I don't know, hand. And then we have two transparent, I guess they will hold the bow staff as well. Let's see. Now there. Yes, they will. They need warming up a little bit and putting on like so. Do that and then you can see them. Yeah. And they have, I like the fact they've put on a firmer peg on both the feet and the thing they've put. That should stay reasonably good because it's quite thick. But for the pegs, the bits that are really desperately to stay in there, they have reinforced them. I kind of like that. So let's see if we can put so the goggles come off, and as you can see there is just black eyes, doll's eyes. The goggles, and they have painted the inside of the strap there, which is nice. So you can have him sort of holding it in his hand. Not obviously that hand, but yeah. We'll see. Hang on. I will head. Oh wow, that's, there we go. So you can't do the just leave the head off and have him invisible because there is a big white peg in there, but you can do that. Obviously that's a quick look at what he would look like with the other head. Yeah, I think I like the other head better. That's a nice head, but I think the sort of this one with the goggles is good, and the hat. It's the hat that does it for me. Right, see if we can get that back on there. I think that's that on reasonably. Right, so let's see Oh, easy it is to swap the pandies over. That's that one. Put that there. So we have, that's the other handle one I've got here. Move that up a bit. Right. Plug that in there. So, yeah. That does kind of work. It's kind of very cool, sort of transparent. I'm going to put the goggles back on because I like him with the goggles. He's kind of got teeth there. I don't know whether it's supposed to be like that, but it looks like he's got teeth. Yeah. I think it stands really nicely and it's got a real... I need to put the head on a little bit better. It's still a little bit too high up. Let me just see if I can... There we go. I think that's it. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, which hands would you put on? He's got the pointy hand. I don't like those. But then I do want him to have the staff because the other... When do the other figures don't actually have this? Is there any way to put the staff? There isn't, is there? You know, like a plug in the back or anything like that. There isn't really anywhere to put it. So I get the feeling this guy's going to have to hold his weapon, as they say. Let me just pop the other hand on there. So you could have him with, you know, like that kind of look, like he's taking his gloves off, which is kind of cool. Or, let's see, I'm thinking, right, don't put that there, that's the, cup holding hand. Oh, right, and I suppose one of these hands must hold the book as well. I think that one would be kind of a good, yeah. So you could have him holding the book in one hand. That looks kind of weird. Those fingers look kind of stumpy. So this is the look I have for my other Invisible Man. I may do them in this. I may do them together in that kind of style. They are on the same shelf, so I may have a look at doing them in the same kind of pose. I might do that for all of my Universal Monsters actually. To even sort of do a, you know. But I do think this is so far the most boring of the Universal Monster figures. I thought the Mummy one was because it was just a guy in bandages in and it's not my favourite version of him, but that is, I would have rather they'd have done him in the grey coat. That's more Universal Monsters Invisible Man to me, but anyway. So, shift him out of the way. Just out of interest, he stands, where is it? The ruler. It's over here. He comes in at about 17 centimetres or just a little bit over 6 inches. So, yeah, reasonable size to him. Shift out of the way because it'll focus on it. And we have, I randomly picked two figures off the shelf because the one's at the front. There is the Bride of Frankenstein and Frankenstein. I think he's going to look great on the shelf with the other figures. I've just got to figure out which hands and feet and things like that I want to do him with. Maybe the book, go with the other thing, or the staff in that hand and the beaker in that. Maybe that's the answer. Let's have a look. There's the other, the transparent hand. There we go. Let's see. For that. Oh, it's kind of cool. He's got a little buckle on there. I didn't notice a button on his wrist. They have put a lot of detailing into these, I have to admit. I mean, this blew my mind when it came because the detailing's amazing on it. But yeah, I like this. I like this a lot more than the actual Universal Monster Invisible Man. This is more. This feels more like the character does to me. And like I say, that shell on the back is kind of cool. Little straps and things. I do feel like they should maybe be that way, not that way. But again, I'll have a mess about with them and see if I can get them to settle on that side more than. I don't know, maybe that's what they're supposed to be. I wish they'd have put a little buckle thing on there for me to just put the staff across his back. But still, I like it. I think it is a great figure. I think it's got some real nice design in there. So, yeah, a cool figure. So, as always, I'm going to do that bit that I do at the end of every video. Thank you for watching. If you are new here, please subscribe. It all helps the channel. Thank you to everybody out there that has subscribed. I don't like mentioning the numbers in videos because one, it dates them, and two, whenever I do that, people unsubscribe. We passed the 7,000 mark the other day, and that's breathtaking for me. So thank you to everybody out there. I'm not going to name names because I'll forget, I'll miss somebody out, and then they'll be upset. So I just want to say thank you to everybody, but particularly you. Yes, you. Yeah. You guys are great. So, if you want to be part of the team, hit that subscribe button down there, like, share, etc. We have some exciting things coming up. I know I have a few things. It's kind of weird at the minute because there's not a lot of figures about for me to buy. One I can afford, or two, you know, I feel like people want to see. But yeah, this was great. This is a lovely figure. I did pre-order it from somebody over here, and they told me it was going to be out at the beginning of April, and by the end of April it still hadn't turned up, so I cancelled it and ordered it from somewhere else. But yes, this is a fantastic figure and another fantastic Turtle Universal Monster edition. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you all have a great day. I hope you have a great night, and I will see you all in the next video. But you won't see him because obviously he'll be invisible. Yeah. You know when they said to me he was going to be the Invisible Man? I didn't see it myself. You see, why did they see? Because he's Invisible Man, I didn't see it myself. It's a tough crowd. Really tough.